After 2 days, 400 miles and 8 hours of driving, we finally made it to Glasgow. Check out my last video for where we ate and what we had. Now, let's see what we saw in Glasgow. We decided to stay in the West End of Glasgow because most of the restaurants we wanted to visit ended up being in that area. We decided to treat ourselves and booked Alamo guest house. First of all, the building is gorgeous, and when you arrive for check-in there's an antique doorbell that you have to pull. How cool is that? The rooms and the common areas are beautifully furnished and the hosts are super nice. Wow, check out our room, it's gorgeous! Look at the furniture and the bed, big window, mirror, and a big flat screen TV. Oh, cute little bathroom, shower, loo, sink. This is Shan's room. Oh my goodness. You got a 4-poster bed. Let's check out our bathroom. Breakfast is in this awesome dining room and the menu is fantastic. We stayed for 6 days and pretty much tried everything. What you got? That looks so good. And then look what I got. Literally across the road from the guest house is Kelvingrove Park, which has the River Kelvin running through it and a nice walkway. We walk through this park almost every day and it's a great place to walk off that amazing breakfast. Down towards the River Clyde is the Clydeside Distillery, which is only a 15-minute walk from the guest house. They have a shop, a cafe, and you can do distillery tours here. Ashton Lane is a cute little street with lots of bars and restaurants. It's a great place to grab a drink and a snack and do some people watching. Apparently, the fairy lights come on at night and it looks really pretty, but I didn't manage to catch it. Date number 2. Good morning from Glasgow. Hi Dongs. So yesterday we just went for a wander, check out the local area. Today we are going to a museum. It's called the Kelvingrove Museum, so let's go and check that out. Kelvingrove Art Gallery and Museum is only a 5-minute walk from the guest house. It's free to enter and there's an art gallery on one side and a museum on the other. There are so many things to see here and it's a great option for a rainy day. Glasgow Botanic Gardens is further down the River Kelvin and has a beautiful glass greenhouse called Kibble Palace. One of my favourite things about Glasgow was the architecture. We just wandered around checking out the buildings, the street art and the local area. The university campus is huge and has a new section and an old section, and we were able to walk around both. The old section is the bit everyone goes to see and was on top of the hill overlooking the park. If you head towards the gift shop and walk upstairs, you'll find the cloisters and the area everyone likens to Hogwarts. Breakfast day 3. Good morning. Okay, I'm going to try haggis today. So Shan's got a normal haggis and I've got a vegetarian haggis. I'm going to try Shan's one first. That's the normal one. It looks really grainy. Tastes like rice. Really spicy. Yeah, that was super yummy. I'm going to try the vegetarian one. It looks the same. It's not as spicy. Glasgow Cathedral is on the east side of the city and is also free to visit. When we went, it was a bright sunny day and the stained glass windows were beautiful with the sun shining through. As you come out of the cathedral, on the left you'll find the entrance to the Glasgow necropolis. It's a huge Victorian cemetery on top of a hill, and I was a bit dubious about going to a cemetery, but once you get to the top you're treated to stunning views of the cathedral on one side and the city on the other. We didn't spend much time in the town centre, but there was lots to see and do. Some of the things we passed: Buchanan Street for a spot of shopping, George Square for a few selfies. Yeah, but look at the pigeons, why are they flying around in circles? Gallery of Modern Art for some culture, Festival Village for some alfresco food and drink, and Super Barrio for some vintage arcade games and a few beers. Breakfast day 4. Good morning. So today we are going on our first day trip. We are going to Loch Lomond to see the loch and going to see a waterfall. So super excited about that. It'll be our first day trip in Scotland outside of Glasgow and I can't wait, let's go. Check out my next video on our day trip to Loch Lomond. Breakfast day 5. On our last day in Glasgow, we booked a distillery tour with a whiskey and chocolate tasting at Glengoyne Distillery, which is a 30-minute drive from the guest house. Fun fact, Glengoyne is the only distillery which can say its whiskies are made both in the Highlands and the Lowlands because the road that runs through it is the Highland boundary.
called a Deutsch ventilator. It was invented by Charles Deutsch in 1889. He was an eminent Scottish architect who put a church and you'll get different flavours to it. The next bottle is after 1 year on these casks, and the next bottle is 2 years, and so on.
Behind the distillery you can still visit the glen where they used to collect the water to make the whiskey. There's also a shop where you can pick up a bottle or 3 of your favourite tipple. In the shop you can also have a go at bottling your very own whiskey from a special distillery cask chosen by the distillery for its unique flavours and rareness. This was a Palo Cortado cask, which is a rare variety of sherry, which then contributes to the unique colour and flavours of the whiskey. Breakfast day 6. We then headed out of Glasgow to the Hilton Strathclyde for a lovely Scottish wedding. Check out the bathroom. Okay. Hilton breakfast. Part 2. And that's everything we saw in Glasgow. Check out my last video on what we ate in Glasgow or my next video on our day trip to Loch Lomond.